Beth Stelling is the kind of comedian that we can all relate to. She's known for her natural wit and vulnerable storytelling style, and she's been called a balance of silliness and rage. And that's why we welcome today Beth Stelling right here on the Coco Couch. Beth, you seriously are all of those things. We love it.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you for being here.
Of course.
I know, so much so, again, so relatable. We're kind of napping on the couch before the show. Love it.
Did take a bit of a snooze. I've been told many dogs have been on this couch.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have to just do the hair removal, which
Like
I think you'll also have to do after me.
Okay, great. Hey, we love adding Beth Stelling to the Coco Couch. I love this so much. Well, hey, we're so stoked you're coming. You're going to be here at Comedy Works. So awesome. Now, you're special on HBO Max. I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Girl Daddy. Hilarious.
Thank you.
Seriously, so funny. What did you learn about yourself during that whole process? Because I can imagine, especially when you're doing a comedy special like that, it's a lot of like introspectiveness, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think ultimately, because a lot of the topics where sometimes, you find your fascination fuels you. What's really fascinating you is what you write jokes about.
Totally.
So often that is my personal life, my family life. So I think what I learned is when I am being particularly personal about an experience, I like the crowd close to me.
Oh.
So we did it in Minneapolis at a theater there called the Varsity, which seats probably 900, but we moved the stage. We built a stage in front of the stage so that I could be closer to everyone as opposed to sort of like lording over them.
Totally.
And I could really feel like I was more connected to people, because that's, I think, what I like best, and maybe what you're talking about, why you my special, because it is vulnerable in a lot of moments,
right? And
therefore I just like to feel connected. So we built that stage and had, instead of 900, probably more like 300 people once we moved the stage forward. So it's sort of intimate.
Yeah.
And then that special came out, I guess, several years ago, and then my newer one came out on Netflix last year, 2023, I guess it was.
Sure.
And that one is the opposite. That one was shot in my hometown, and we ended up doing a big 1,100 seat theater.
Wow.
So I think I've tried different things.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I know myself now, and I like to have a more intimate space and feel closer to people.
I think the audience likes that too, right? Because we can get, a little bit more of a sense of you when you're down there with us, which is really nice. Not to mention, again, you are kind of the comedian for the people, if you will. You're totally our person, which makes it so much more fun to have you in there with us. I love it so much. It's
I
so
like
great.
being able to connect too.
Exactly, as you should. Now, I want to talk about what's going on in your life right now, all of the things. What big questions are you tackling, big things that you're tackling in your set, especially for Comedy Works? I mean, you don't have to give too much away. But.
Right, no, I think in this probably set, I always go between joke writing and storytelling.
Yeah.
And I think in this particular set, I have a big focus on my landlord.
Ooh, love
a bit of a landlord tale. So I guess it is, the question I'm tackling is, why is the rent so high?
I think a lot of us are tackling that question right now.
So come commiserate if you like.
Yeah, for sure. That one, again, one that we can all relate to, which I love. Okay, so again, you're in Denver at Comedy Works downtown. We're so excited for this. What do you like about Comedy Works? Because you've been here a few times.
Yes, I've been touring now in Colorado for, I don't even know, over a decade. Of course, I didn't start at Comedy Works. I started at like Lanny's Clock Tower and Deer Pile, which was like at a bar,
Totally.
And Bug Theater, which was fun with the Grawlix Boys. So I've been coming here for so long, and that's why I think it's so special to come back, is people have built that sort of fan friendship with me over the years.
Yes.
And to what we were talking about earlier, the reason I love Comedy Works downtown, right there in Laramie, where it's like the ceilings are low. It's a great comedy club. It's everything that a comic loves, which is the low ceilings. That darker vibe.
Right.
Sound can travel right back through the room. People are close to you.
Yeah.
And people do get drunker faster here, which is not my favorite thing. But so keep some of those things to yourself.
Yeah, right.
But I'm here to entertain you for an hour.
Hopefully the drunker faster will mean that a little bit of laughs more.
Yeah,
too,
maybe a little
right?
more laughs.
That's what we need.
Less heckling.
Yeah,
and if you find yourself heckling, feel free to just take a snooze like I did earlier.
Exactly, and snooze it
take
out.
A little gentle
I love
nap.
that. That's a good.
Wake up when the show's over.
There you go. That's good advice for the audience.
I am like the Sarah McLachlan of stand-up comedy, so feel free. Take a nap.
Sarah McLachlan of Sarah.
Yeah.
No. Oh my gosh, you are so funny, Beth. Okay, let's talk about who inspires you, because I think a lot of comedians have, people and other comedians really that inspire them. Who would you say inspiration?
Okay, so many. I think for the longest time when I first started stand-up, I didn't watch stand-up because I wasn't really a student of stand-up growing up. I liked comedy movies, loved Robin Williams and Whoopi Goldberg growing up. And then when I decided I was going to do stand-up, I didn't watch a lot because I was very scared of stealing either a persona or not jokes necessarily, but you pick up on things.
Sure.
You want to know what's going to come out of you naturally.
Yeah, that makes
And so I think now that I've established who I am, know who I am, have grown into an adult comedian. I'm still a kid, but I'm kind of a grown-up. I think the people that inspire me, I would say top ones are Maria Bamford. And I was just with her in Seattle a couple weeks ago. We did a festival. Oh, cool. And you don't really get to see other comics headlining if you think about it. Because if I'm out on the road every weekend, when would I go see a comic do an hour?
That's a good point.
So that's kind of cool to be at a festival together where you get to watch a longer set.
Yeah.
And then in between my own tour this year, I've been opening for Sarah Silverman on the road.
Yes.
Who's become such a good friend of mine. And yeah, I look up to her in a lot of ways. She feels like a sister to me. And I think one of the things I take away from her is the idea of making it new every time.
Yes.
Each crowd has not seen what you're doing. So when you make it new for them, you know, that's what I like seeing her do.
It makes it special. And hey, it makes it easy for us to follow you around the country if we want to.
Yeah.
Use that every time.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you guys know this one.
Right, exactly. Well, Beth, we cannot wait to see you at Comedy Works.
Thank
you
you
so much for snoozing on our couch.
Of course.
We cannot wait to pick out your hairs
I can't wait
later.
to get back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody. Seriously, you have to see Beth. She's hilarious, I promise you. So see Beth Stelling performing at Comedy Works downtown. It's tonight through Saturday. Tickets at comedyworks.com.